Alright, welcome back. This is going to be another episode of trying to run every instance at level. In this video we're going to run the Windmill basement. And in order to do that, first you have to go, if you look on your mini-map, to the Dead Tree Cave. You can also go to the Barren Caves, or if you were just there running the instance, Barren Caves, there is a creature in both of these places called a Golo. It looks like a little golem. You kill it, and it will drop something called a Gloomy Vapor Stone, I believe is what it's called. You bring that back to the Windmill, and you'll talk to an NPC there, Uncle Kaga, and he will turn it into a shiny Vapor Stone or something like that. And you'll be able to use that to get into the Windmill basement. You can't get in there unless you have one of those. You can get multiples of them, so if you just farm the Golo and you get a whole bunch of them, then you can farm the Windmill basement and get a whole bunch of materials. Because that's one of the things about the Windmill basement is you don't just farm it for gear. You can get straight up gear drops. There he is. But there's our Gloomy Vapor Stone. But in addition to getting gear drops, you also get a lot of materials drops. So that's what all of these green and blue items are in my inventory. Those are materials. You get the blue drops from the boss at the end, and you get the green drops from all of the trash mobs that are all over the dungeon. So if you run through there and you kill everything, you can farm up a lot of these, and that'll help you in crafting. And if we look at my crafting skills, if I go to tailoring, for example, I've got a piece here. I just ran the instance and I got this piece. It's a pair of cloth legs, and if I look here, I can also, wrong one, I can craft those cloth legs, but then I can also, that's a level pair of level 15 legs. I can also go and use them and some of the materials to upgrade them to a level 20 version. And then I can upgrade them to a level 22 purple version. Which, it takes a lot of materials to get that far, but if you're willing to farm it, you can get what is pretty decent gear for that level. But unfortunately, in my experience, it wasn't quite good enough, at least compared to other gear that I got from instances and quests. So I ended up not farming this a whole lot to get any full sets of gear. Okay, so here's Uncle Kaga you need to talk to. How to enter the Windmill basement, creating a Vapor Stone, and there we go, Dazzling Vapor Stone. That's what you need. Here we go. Alright, now once we're in here, I'm gonna get all big. Size doesn't actually increase my stats at all, it's all purely cosmetic, but I am Mega Drac. It's kind of my thing. So you can see right away, this is actually a lot more challenging. I've already lost half my health against these things. I'm not sure if they do like percentage-based damage, but somehow these things are a lot more powerful than anything that we fought in the Barren Caves. I actually need my healing. And if you play the Warrior Priest, you'll know that their biggest weakness is they don't really have a spammable skill. They need Rage for pretty much all of their skills. And I do later on get a skill that lets me generate Rage, trade hit points for Rage, but it's not a very good trade-off in most cases. But I still play the Warrior. At least I'm pretty sure I ran through this as a Warrior Priest when I did farm it a little bit, because my Warrior was the tankiest. Well, not as tanky as the Knight. My third class is the Knight, but it dealt the most damage. Okay, so we're going to kill this guy, and you'll see that if you do not kill him quickly enough, he will buff everybody else in the room. In fact, I'm going to try not to kill him too quickly just so you can see that. There he goes. Let's see if he does it. I think it's probably one of his skills you will see him charge. Because when I attacked him earlier, it just happened right away. Everyone in the room got huge. Oh, maybe that's it? No, maybe not. Well, doesn't look like he's going to do it. Oh well. It's actually better for us. I'm not going to bother killing everything because I actually don't need the materials. And I kind of just want to demonstrate that I can kill the boss, because that's the main thing. These guys, if you kill the big lizard, the big red lizard, all these things die. This guy won't die, but you can kill him too. There we go, see? All of them things died. And those are just two guards that I aggroed from over there. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. So, for one thing, since this is a level 15 instance, I actually can use a couple upgrades. So, first off, I have some skills. So, you've seen me use Surprise Attack a couple times. I did not have that in the Barren Caves because I would not have had that at level 12. But at level 15, I would have this. And I also have this elite skill, this Warrior Priest elite skill. It just gives me and my party more hit points. It's not that big of a deal. But this is the main thing that I get at level 15, and then also some gear upgrades. So there is this modified beetle shell. Some of the beetles, I think the ones in Howling Mountains, but also I think there's some in Silver Spring that drop it. There's also a boss, a level 22 world boss in Silver Spring that drops it pretty consistently, but I don't think I was able to farm him. I'm pretty sure I just farmed the regular mobs to get this. And it also has a Vigor 3 rune in it. So that's one of the restrictions that I have on this character, is that the runes that I use cannot be more than 2 tiers above what I get as drops. So at this level I only get tier 1 runes as drops, so I can use only up to tier 3 runes in my equipment. That way I'm not putting like these massive runes in my gear. I also have restrictions on adding stats, which we'll get into later when you see I actually have some statted gear, but I didn't really need to add any stats to my gear at this level. So I'll equip that. And then also this sword that I crafted. This is, if I look at blacksmithing, there it is. Not hammers. One-handed sword. There it is. I think at one point I had a purple one. I think I had a purple one, but it wasn't OD or something like that, and it wasn't quite good enough. So I ended up using this one. It also has a tier 3 harm rune in it, and a hatred rune that one of my guildies made, because I was tanking at the time, so he gave it to me. It's kind of silly having a tier 1 hatred rune, but that's what I got, so I just kept it. I just left it in there. So we'll equip that. And then I also have this helmet, which actually drops in this instance, but we can equip that. Just sort of assume that maybe I've already run this a couple times, and I got that as a drop. So here we go. Now that I've got my awesome sword, because the one I'm wielding now is like 3 times the DPS, so I'm definitely going to kill things faster. And the shield is definitely going to help, because the shield gives me a whole bunch more defense. 126 more physical defense. So what we're looking for in here, I don't think it's in there. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to continue all the way to here. This is where the first boss is. And after you kill it, then, or you don't actually kill it, you get it down to half hit points and it disappears, and then you have to go find it again. it can spawn in one of 3 places. Here, here, or here. One of the things I'm looking for. There's also a big wooden crate that can spawn in a few different places. I don't remember where they all are. But if you open that crate, let's see, maybe the Golio guy. If you open that crate, you can get more materials. Yeah, the Golio spawns, or sorry, Gomio. He spawns here again. I think I have to kill him, so I'm just going to do that. See? You see how he buffed everything and they got big? That's what I was talking about. Yeah, see, I'm dying. Okay, come on. Don't kill me. The downside of wielding a sword is that I don't heal as much as if I was wielding a hammer. But the plus side of wielding a sword is that my slash gives a bleed effect. So you kind of have a trade-off. And I do have, at certain levels, I did use a hammer for that reason. Because it would allow me to heal a lot more. And in some fights, that was the necessary component to actually succeeding. Otherwise I would die if I could not heal enough. There were a few fights where I would get the boss down to like half health and then I would be almost dead, so I'd have to sit there and just spam heal until I got back to full. Alright, here we are. Let's see if I can get in here without... Nope, I aggroed him already. Okay, so there's the big boss, Hodu Hammertooth. He's level 17, he has 64,000 hit points. I'm going to see if I can avoid all these guys and just fight him. And again, I'm only using skills that I had at level 15. So I can't use my other really good skills. Oop, I'm dying. No, 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 no. Oh, wow. I healed up faster than I thought. One of the things I like to do is keep my cursor here on my bleed, so that I know when it's about done, and then I can do it again. But it doesn't really help if you don't have good rage generation. Okay, there we go. He disappeared. He's teleporting away. He stunned me. Yep. He teleports away. Now, I go back and I have to find him here, here, or here. And then I can... Actually, maybe I'll go here first. There's a couple more of those red lizard guys here, and they give you some chests. I'm gonna see if they're there now. I don't think I have to kill the boss. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Oh well, maybe I won't go that way. I'll go that way last. Sometimes I forget that even though I'm so big, I can't always jump over stuff. Whoop! Oh shoot. I hope he didn't spawn here, because I skipped it. Well, I'm gonna head that way anyway, so... I'm just not paying attention to where I'm going. Alright, let's go to that red carpeted room. Let's see if he's in there. Yeah, there's a spirit. There's the ghost of the fallen hero. I'll talk to him, and he will actually spawn the boss. Apparently, he died trying to kill him. At least that's the story. Another downside of being a low-level warrior is you only have one AoE skill, and it has a long cooldown. Most warrior combinations have an elite class that like reduces the cooldown of it, but I don't think the warrior priest does. It's 30-second cooldown. It's pretty bad. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Are you here for the treasure? Yes, yes I am. Here he is. There we go. And I got some chain legs. They're not OD or anything, but that's what I got. And then I also got a whole bunch of materials. Some nice guild stones, guild runes. So I probably wouldn't have even used these. If I got them, I would have been like, well, they're not OD, so no point even trying to invest anything in statting them up. Though I could use them to try and build the next tier up. So make the level 20 version out of those and then build the level 22 version. That's another thing, is I would have wanted to keep crafting until I got an OD. That's what I did with this sword, is I made a whole bunch of them until I got a nice OD one. But you can't really do that with these. You can, but it's a huge investment because it takes so many materials. Okay, go this way. It takes so many materials to make those purples. I made a spreadsheet to calculate it all, and I'm like, nope, that is too much. Okay, so here's that big crate I was talking about. I think it's usually in this room here. The box that spreads whale. All it does is it gives you more materials, and then it spawns all these guys. And if you're running this at level, they will all ambush you. And last but not least, I'm going to head down here and get those last two chests. I would not be able to avoid all these if I was running it at level. At level 15. Because I'm pretty sure that as you get to a higher level, your aggro radius decreases. There's this room too. I don't know what it is in here. I've gone in here before. I don't think there's really anything in here. Well, there's not really anything worth doing in there. It's a room that looks like it should be significant. Maybe something can spawn in there and I'm just not aware of it. Yeah, there's this big room. I don't know what these little altars are for. Okay. We're gonna hang it right up here. There's that guy. And there should be all the way down in here. If I can get here. Whoop! Please don't. Nope. I think I aggroed him. I don't want to get all of them. Too late. Shoot. No. You can imagine how much harder this would be if I was running at that level. Like, I would be dead right now. If I tried to aggro that many. Basically, you have to, like, do little bits at a time and move very slowly. Ooh, you see how low I got there? That was a scary fight. I thought I was going to have to start all over. Living on the edge. Oh, there's still a guy alive. 2. Alright, here we go. Should be able to sneak past these guys. Nope. Alright. And these chests are what you want, these purple chests. Ooh. Yeah, they give you, like, regular materials. I can throw those away. Those are what I would normally be using if I was this level, though. Beetroot sap, that's not bad. That can be used to craft some stuff. Alright. So that's pretty much it for the Windmill basement. I don't think that there's anything over here. I could be wrong. I mean, feel free to explore it, but that's basically how you get this stuff. You saw me get these legs. Last time I got this, and I got a leather hat, but I really liked it, so I put it in my costume. So you'll probably see me wearing that later. That's it.